Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to MR.TerryTV. Today, I'm sitting down with my aunt. Aunt don't talk to me. And I've been telling her about what a lot of you young ladies in the blind community have been going through. So, Nanny, do you have any words of wisdom for these girls in the blind community that are going through sexual harassment and, people wrapping their legs around them, sniffing their hair, pulling their hair, or approaching them? Do you have any advice, any words of wisdom that you would like to impart on these young ladies?
I sure do. Now, you got a cane. You need to use that cane besides, using it to see and get to where you need to be. So if someone or a woman disrespect you, put that cane on their ass. If a teacher put his hands on you and want to sniff your hair, put that cane on his ass. Guess what? Because don't let nobody disrespect you. You got a vision problem. You ain't got nothing wrong with your mind. And don't let nobody ever tell you you can't. You do whatever you got to do to defend yourself. If you got to get you some mace, you use that mace. But don't never be afraid to tell. You let your yes be yes, your no be no.
Oh, go ahead, lady. Go ahead.
Because if this world came to an end today, guess what? You know what? Nobody ain't going to help you. You got to have that mindset, even as a person who can see, to protect yourself and think outside that box.
So let me ask you a couple of questions, Nanny. So, what I witnessed when I was at Chris Cole and, being around other blind people, I witnessed girls, they'll be around people that make them feel uncomfortable and things like that. So putting yourself, a woman that's black and sighted, what would you do in some of these situations when somebody comes up to you and tries to approach you and they trying to touch you and you say, oh no, I don't like being touched, or don't do that? What would you say? Would you tell somebody you ain't comfortable with that, or what would you do?
Well, I can't see. And you put your hands on me, I was in a predicament like that. Another race gonna try to touch he did touch my booty. And guess what? I didn't call for help. I didn't scream. I didn't fall out on the floor. I took on after his ass.
And what'd you do?
Hell, he was still running. Because, see, I don't play. And so you women want to sit here, guess what? I'm going to tell you about a rapist. He liked to be the manipulator. But if you turn and reverse it back on him, he don't like it. So you got to stand up for yourself and do what you got to do. I worked at another job where a guy wanted to be feeling on folks and stuff. So you know what? I reversed it. You ain't finna rape me. So I started feeling on him. He didn't like that. Laura, get away from me. Get away from me. Well, then what's good for the goose is good for the gander. You want to be the predator? I'm going to make you the victim.
Okay, so some of these girls in the blind community, they suffer from low self-esteem issues, Nanny. So, being a woman yourself, what do you think about people being in relationships with people, whether you single or whether you're in a relationship? A lot of these blind girls, they feel like, since they can't see, that they less than, or somehow they supposed to take a back seat to somebody that they feel is superior to them, and settle and get with people that they shouldn't get with.
I'm like this. Even women who can see. First of all, you got to learn to love yourself and embrace yourself. Don't lower your standards for anybody, man or woman. And when you start loving yourself and visualize what the way you want to dress, how you want to carry yourself in this society, don't let nobody think less than. And then if you get with a person who's gonna be a narcissist, a manipulator, you need to get out of that situation, because your worth is more than that. Because you letting somebody dictate your life because they using your disability against you. Never let nobody use your disability against you. That is even with a seeing person, a blind person, or any person, because it's nothing wrong with your mind. And always voice your opinion, your thought, and let yes be yes and no be no. If that is just that. I don't have time to play. And when you start standing up for yourself, guess what? They're going to start like, oh, I can't sit up here and manipulate and take advantage of this person.
Okay. I think that's really good. And what would you say, because, you've been around blind people your whole life, right?
Yes, I have.
Because you have two blind brothers and a blind nephew, am I correct?
That's true.
So, as a person that's been around blind people all your life, what would you say to these parents out there that try to coddle whether it's their children or relatives, and try to kind of belittle them and don't let them do anything to get any independence? What would you say about that?
Some of you parents, you're disgusting. You cause these kids not to be able to live a successful, prosperous life, because you put in them that they can't do it. And then you want to talk down to them. No, because you ain't going to be here forever. And you send them to these schools, they ain't helping nobody either. And nobody's not investigating or seeing what's going on with your young adults. And you sitting up here, you're not helping them. And you sitting up, they ain't babies no more. These people got to live out here in this real world. And it's cruel. It's worse for, it's bad for a seeing person. What do you think it is for a person who can't see? You got to build them where they can be strong and think for themselves and know when somebody is giving them the finger.
So, in this blind community, Nana, they got a lot of blind on blind crime. and it's called blind on blind crime because, you got a lot of these people out here that are predators. You got some predators out there that like to take advantage of the fact that you can't see, or that they don't like to hear the word no. And I've witnessed some things. I've seen some people, went out with some girls in a group of people, and you got girls that haven't been taught, or they try to act naive about some guys. Oh, well, hey, you want a couple of drinks? Oh, I don't want a drink. Oh, it's okay. Don't be a wussy. You should drink some more. I'll get you back to where you're going safely. What you think about that?
I'm going to put it like this. God will warn you. Warning before destruction. Now, hell, your ass is not that damn stupid. You is in an incompetent situation. You know better. And hell, for instance, I was walking to the store one time and I had just had a baby. Guess what? This Spanish man throwed the door open. Now, see, that was a bad situation. Then he said, I got a gun, get in the car. I looked at that man. I said, I'll be damned. I started jumping up and down like Sesame Street Big Bird. Let me tell you. Guess what? He drove out. So you got to bring attention to yourself if you're in a bad situation. So it could be an excuse. And that person's intention to get you drunk, I'm going to take you home. He going to take you home and rape you. Come on, young ladies. Wake up and smell the coffee.
What do you say to some people that say, "Oh well, it's no big deal. Everybody preys on everybody. It's no big deal." What do you think about that? What do you think about people acting naive to things, or when they say, "Hey, you know what? You can tell me whatever you want to tell me. Who are you? Uh, I just got to learn it on my own." What do you say about that?
You better start being smarter than a fifth grader. Because you know right from wrong. You got YouTube and all these different channels. It's no excuse of being stupid and being at prey to somebody. And don't let nobody sound about this and that. Nobody ain't gonna believe. Yeah, somebody gonna believe me because I'm gonna yell loud enough, and somebody gonna help me. And so, a closed mouth does not get fed. So you want to suffer in silence, that's on you. Because you have a choice.
I would say this. What do you think about this situation right here? When so as a woman, it's big on people getting attention. A lot of girls out there, they seek validation from people they probably shouldn't. And say if they wasn't the most popular girl in school or something like that. So when they get to a lot of these, whether it's a rehabilitation center or things like that, and they start getting all this attention, what would you say about these young ladies putting themselves in precarious positions just to get attention from guys? What would you say about that?
You can put number one, you got to believe in yourself. You're always looking for validation from everybody. In this walk of life, everybody ain't going to applaud you. So you might as well step back and analyze your life and what you want to do. Because you get up every day. God bless you to see a new day. Everybody ain't going to say good job. Oh, you are so pretty every day. It's not like that in this real world. So you have to, what is you looking for? What are you seeking for? That's the problem. The problem is you. So it's time to analyze who you are, and everybody, you know what? I'm going to go back to me. I go to work. I don't look for validation from man, woman, or beast. I could care less what you think of me. That's where it starts. Because you know what? You have no heaven or hell to put me in. And I got something for you. I got a few choice words for you. And so when you take that kind of attitude and walk that way in life, and the way I dress and how I present myself, and I'm not disrespecting nobody, you ain't got to tell me I look good, because I know I look good when I get up and put on my makeup and my clothes and stuff. I don't need your validation, because I know who I am. I love Lyra. And that's what you young women got to do. I know it's hard being a vision impaired person, but you got to start loving yourself and believing in yourself. And don't let nobody tear you down, because see, they see something in you anyway. That's the reason they sitting up here tearing you down.
So I just wanted to take a moment out of my day to give y'all a 100% unapologetic punch in the chest from a black woman that has been around blind people all their lives, and to probably talk to you like you've never been talked to before, because you probably don't have anybody in your life that cares about you enough to tell you the truth and give you actual real advice. So this might be starting to be a regular segment on Mr. Terry TV with Aunt Don't Talk to Me, giving you that real unapologetic advice that could help you turn your life around. And if you need any fashion tips, if you need makeup tips, if you need tips on how to spruce up your wardrobe or to help you feel confident, then my aunt, she is a model, she is an actress, and she can help you for a reasonable price. So, with that being said, do you have any other final words, Nanny, that you want to impart on these ladies, or you think that's enough for now?
As I say, stay tuned.
Y'all heard it. So stay tuned into the next episode of Mr. Terry TV. Advice coming from Aunt, don't talk to me.
Cane in my hand, money in my bag. Bitch, I might not see you, but I know I'm bad. Blind girl, where you at? Let's go. White cane, red lip, thick thighs, tight grip. I don't see the bullshit, not just see the chips. Blind bitch poppin', blind bitch lit. Club go crazy when we step in this bitch. Fuck what you heard, I'm the blind bitch. Stunning ass, fat shades on, whole mad, I'm running. He tryna buy me drinks, he don't know I can't see. But I can feel big dick energy. Boss moves only, I ain't begging for a seat. I'm a blind bad bitch, still snapping to the beat. Can't tap hard when I strut through the hood. Don't need your sight, bitch, my vision too good. They underestimate me, that's their first mistake. Counting blind girls out, bitch, watch me elevate. Feel the room shift when I walk through the door. Confidence slap, make the speakers blow. I don't need your approval, I don't need your look. I rate energy better than you read a book. From the sidewalk strut to the VIP section. Blind bitch anthem, this my introduction. White cane, red lip, thick thigh, tight grip. I don't see the bullshit, not just see the chips. Blind bitch poppin', blind bitch lit. Club go crazy when we step in this bitch. Blind girls in the trap, blind girls in the school, blind girls in the boardroom making boss bitch moves. Can't count me out, bitch, you can't even count. Money tall like my lashes, big bank, no doubt. We ratchet, we savage, we classy, we raw. We blind, but we see through the fakes that we saw. From the stick to the stage, from the braille to the block. Blind girls worldwide, bitch, we run the whole spot. They stare when we enter, they quiet when we leave. Power in the present, make the whole room freeze. Disability drip, confidence loud, turning every head in the middle of the crowd. We not asking permission, we taking the lane. Blind girls lit, remember the name. From the struggle to shine, from the dark to the light. Blind bitch anthem, yeah, we on the night. Tap, 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 who run this? Blind bitches. Tap, 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 who run this? Blind bitches. Tap, 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 who lit? Blind bitches. Tap, 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 who the shit? Blind bitches. White cane, red lip, thick thigh, tight grip. I don't see the bullshit, not just see the chips. Blind bitch poppin', blind bitch lit. Whole club shaking when we yellin' this shit. Yeah, ho, put some respect on it. Blind girls up, sighted hoes down. We lit, we loud, we legendary. And don't forget, we the baddest bitches you ain't never seen.